Donald Trump has betrayed the middle class, even the MAGA middle class who voted him into office. I'm talking about veterans. He's laying off veterans like crazy, as you know. He's gutting the Department of Education, which all these school teachers that voted for Trump are now being fired. They didn't make any money in the first place, and now they're fired. Hispanics, all our Hispanic brothers and sisters around the country, so many of them are terrified. They're hiding in their basements. They're not showing up for work. They're terrified they're going to be deported. And these are hard-working people that voted for Donald Trump. As I said before, they elected him. I've known this guy half my life. He's a snake. This Trump would sell his children out if it meant bolstering his ego. And I'm not actually exaggerating. I'm not kidding. That's not hyperbole. This guy is a sociopath. He's sick. For those of you that have emailed me, I've received over 5 million people have watched my last 2 videos on TikTok. Nowhere, obviously, near, this is on YouTube, nowhere near on YouTube. I don't know why. For whatever reason, 5 million people watch. I appreciate, if you're one of the people, I appreciate your comments. There have been like 20,000 comments or some crazy thing, and I really appreciate it. But for the people that keep emailing me and saying, Steve, why are you into politics, all these things? For one, I served in the Bush administration, okay? So I was in politics before. This is not about politics. I retired last year, about a year and a half ago. I got a boat. I lived on the lake's right behind my house. I want to be relaxing on my boat, enjoying my retirement that I worked very hard to achieve. But this is not about politics, you guys. This is about a sociopath that is deconstructing the greatest country in the history of the world and absolutely decimating families. And this has just begun. And that's why I'm saying this, because the government is obviously being controlled by Trump. They're terrified of this man, and they actually should be, frankly. They're not going to come out and tell you this. I want you to get ahead of this as much as possible. And I'm talking to most of you. I mean, for the people I'm really directing this toward are the middle class, people that have no money. If you got a bunch of money, save it. You're going to need it. I've lost a ton of money in the stock market, like a lot of people that are in the market in the last 3 or 4 days because of the Trump tariffs. Because Trump actually doesn't know what a tariff is because he knows nothing about economics. I've spoken with Trump about economics years ago. I know he knows nothing about it. I can tell you from first-hand experience. Okay, so the betrayal, I'm sorry to say, my friends, is going to continue. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm trying to encourage people to get ahead of this. Okay, get ahead to protect your family. He will not protect your family. If you don't think Trump is coming for Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare, you're kidding yourself. He's coming for those things. A lot of you guys are living on Social Security, and I'm terrified for you. I really am. I'm not trying to be an alarmist, and God knows I want to be wrong, and if I am, you can yell and scream at me and send me emails and say, well, you're an idiot, you're wrong, Seabold, and I'll be happy to get them. Because I don't want to see anyone suffer, especially all these good people. I have friends in the government that have just been sent an email after 25 years of government service. Last week this happened. And they said, you're done. Pack your stuff up, be gone. Turn all your computer in, you're out. I mean, for no reason whatsoever. They're treating people like dirt. Trump is treating Canada like it's our worst enemy. If you don't think Donald Trump will send troops into Canada, if his ego is bruised enough, you don't know Donald Trump. And most of you don't, but I do. I'm telling you, he's sick. He's not a normal person. That's the problem. And Fox News, of course, is propping him up because Fox News is an entertainment channel. It's a propaganda network. I've been on Fox News 300 times probably. Okay, I was a regular on the Varney Show for years. Okay, I know Fox News as well. This is not a game I'm unfamiliar with. You think there's a reason all the anchors look like Playboy models on Fox News? And they show their legs under the desk, and the guys pretend to be journalists, but they're actually entertainers, and they're very good. And so are the women. They're very good. Okay, they're excellent at this, and they're propagating this. Fox News is what all these MAGA people watch, and I'll tell you, if you watch it and that's all you watch, you see why they believe this nonsense they believe. That said, if you bought into the cult and now you're out of it, you're waking up because now your family is suffering, don't feel bad. They're really good at this. Trump's been a con man for his whole life. Okay, he's really good at this stuff. And Fox News is his best friend, and they're really good at it too. That's the problem, okay? The suffering is going to get worse. That's the only reason I'm doing this video. Oh, let me just say this too. For the people that keep sending me emails that threatening to stop buying my books and all that kind of stuff, please stop threatening me. I was financially independent 30 years ago. I don't need your money. I have enough money for 5 lifetimes. Okay, I'm sorry to sound like a douchebag, but so I'm just saying that stop sending me emails and threatening me and stuff because it doesn't matter to me. All my money goes to charity, and it has for a long, long time. Okay, so this is not about politics, you guys. I want to save you and your family from suffering because I'm telling you it's coming. Let me give you a bigger picture. Okay, because this is happening right now, and if you don't believe me, just turn on your TV. I'm sorry to do this. I want to be wrong. I don't want this. I want to be on my boat, relaxing, enjoying my retirement. But I know the pain is coming. You can see it. And again, if someone turns around and Trump gets hit by a lightning bolt and all of a sudden wakes up and becomes a good person, that'd be great. I mean, I'll be happy to be as wrong as I can possibly be. It doesn't look like that. And you guys, this is going to happen fast. Let me give you a quick lesson if you're not really schooled in geopolitics, okay? I can give you a quick lesson how this most likely will come down, okay? The world is held together through agreements and basically trust and fear, okay? Here's the bottom line. Putin has wanted to take over Europe for the last 20 years. He wants to install the old Soviet Union. That is his dream. He's had all kinds of people murdered in pursuit of this dream. There's one group holding him back, and that group is the United States of America and the threat of a nuclear power. Okay, we can destroy Russia in our sleep. We are way bigger. We are more powerful. As big as we think Russia is, it's not. Okay, but it is more powerful than all of Europe combined because of its nuclear capability. Okay, here's what's probably going to happen, and God knows I want to be wrong. I hope I am. I really do. But if this happens, it's going to come in and affect your family and your children and your grandchildren. Okay? Here's what could happen. Putin no longer thinks Trump is going to stand up for Ukraine. And I believe him. And any deal Trump makes, like Putin, he will renege on. Trump is absolutely not to be trusted anywhere. I've known this guy 25 years. No one I know in Palm Beach trusts Donald Trump. I don't know anyone. Okay? He's a snake. You can't trust him, okay? This is about character, not politics. That's why you don't elect a characterless leader like Donald Trump. That's why our parents taught us when we were children to not hang around with certain kids because they had no character, because that's what gets you in trouble is when you have no character. Well, now our president has no character, okay? Putin has no character, obviously. Putin is going to run through Ukraine. He's going to take Ukraine. He'll execute Zelensky. Zelensky is most likely gone. I think he's a war hero. I hope I'm wrong. I don't think he can hold it back. Without our threat of stepping in, Putin will take Ukraine. Then he will take Poland. Then he will take all of Europe. Understand, guys, without NATO, without the United States involvement in NATO, all of Europe will fall. And you know what happens then? China jumps in, Iran jumps in, North Korea jumps in, and every other enemy we have jumps into Europe. You know what happens next? We can't have that. We'll have your sons and daughters shipped to Europe to fight and die on European soil because we can't allow that to happen because you know where they come next? The United States. That's the ultimate prize. We will send our sons and daughters to fight and die there if this domino effect happens. That's geopolitics. It's basically, in a nutshell, it's a set of dominoes. Once one domino falls, which in this case is Ukraine, all of Europe will fall. And don't think Europe doesn't know it. I have clients all over Europe. We had offices in Europe for years. Okay, I've been talking to them nonstop. This is what they're telling me as well. They're terrified. France is terrified. They can't hold Putin back. Okay, all of this comes back. Grocery store prices in the United States will go through the roof. Shelves will be barren. No one will trade with us. Everyone's boycotting us and cutting us off. The economy will be ridiculous. People will lose their homes. People will lose their apartments. People will be on the street. You think Trump cares? You think Trump's coming to save you? He's not. Okay? This is the bottom line, you guys. This is a big picture. I want to be wrong. I hope I am. But please prepare so your family doesn't suffer or suffers as minimally as possible. We have to get this guy to resign. Okay, we've got to get him out of office. We have to do it peacefully. We've got to eliminate Donald Trump from this leadership role. Yes, the GOP cowards behind him say, well, Vance and all these cowards, they'll step in. They will, but they're not a cult of personality like Donald Trump. He's got that cult of personality which sucks people in and cons them. He's very, very good at it. Okay, Vance isn't. He's just a coward, and all the rest of the GOP cowards that are sucking up to Trump because they're terrified of him, they'll go down in history as Benedict Arnolds. You watch. That's another story. Please protect your family. We're working on a solution to get a group of people together, and I'll be in touch as soon as possible. We're talking to politicians. We're in touch with a few governors around the country. We are going to build a coalition to resist Trump peacefully. okay, peacefully. We want him in handcuffs. We want him out. I don't even care if he's not in handcuffs. He needs to be out of power so you don't end up sending your sons and daughters to Europe to fight and die for absolutely no reason whatsoever, okay? I'm sorry to have to make a video like this, guys, but I've been studying politics since I was 10 years old. I won't go into the whole thing. It doesn't matter. But I know a little bit about this, okay? And I have a lot of contacts around the world, and everyone is pretty much on the same page. We all hope to be wrong, and then if we're wrong, and that's the greatest thing in the world, you can say, Siebold, you're an idiot. You're wrong, and I'll say, yeah, maybe I am. But if I'm right, minimize the suffering that you and your family are going to have to go through, even the very lives we're talking about. You get kicked out of your house, where are you going to go? If there's no money to be made, if there's no food to be bought in grocery stores because Trump has decimated every relationship we have in the world, where are you going to get food? Where are you going to get? People with money will find a way. There are always things for sale when you're rich. Okay, I've studied rich people. I've written 4 books about rich people. Okay, I've studied them for 41 years. I created the largest study according to the Wall Street Journal, in the history of America. I don't know if it's true or not, but the Wall Street Journal said that on rich people. I understand rich people. Believe me, rich people will be fine. Okay, I'm not worried for myself. I'll have plenty of contacts. I'll find a way. When you have money, you can buy things. Okay, but most people don't, and it's not their fault. Okay, they're struggling, and that's who I'm worried about, because those are the people that really need the help, and especially kids of people, because we want to minimize suffering as much as possible. I'm sorry to even have to make a video like this. What a shame. What a disgusting shame. We elected a characterless man, you guys. That's what happens when you do that. That's why our parents taught us not to hang around characterless children and characterless teenagers, because they have no empathy for other people. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. He will destroy this for his ego, just for fun, okay? And he won't suffer a single day, I promise you. So protect your family. Please stay in touch with this video, and we'll be in touch, because we are working on this around the clock, trying to put a coalition together, a resistance coalition together, to force Donald Trump to resign. Thanks for watching.